This video is brought to you by Elgato Gaming. For the best gameplay capture there is, pick up an Elgato today. And sponsored by G2A.com. For the cheapest games, MSP and PSN codes. Links are in the description. Hey guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here. Welcome to the 4th season of the West Ham career mode. This is going to be the second to last season. We're still going again, an entire season in one whole episode. I've definitely taken some advice on, by the way, and certain things that I could change to try to make the videos a little bit better when we're doing an entire season. It was very difficult for me to cut down an entire season worth of career mode into just 30 minutes or so. So I'm going to hopefully take that on and maybe do a bit better. That was my first ever run through as well, trying that. So yeah, it's good to get that under my belt and have that experience. Now I think I can do a bit better. Let's take a look at the team now for season 4. Some new faces once more again. Kazilio, who was in at 86 rated. Beautiful stuff right there. Bit of changes right now, like Oxford now starting in the starting 11 right there. He's at 81. Semedo alongside him too. Leno still the keeper. Intep still at left mid after we sold Pyatt. Devastating, but it had to be done. And yeah, apart from that, we've still strengthened up the team in some other areas, like for example Memphis Depay, who might make some appearances more than you'd expect as well. Even though Intep is a little higher rated, he is my set piece taker. He's the guy I got to replace Depay. But anyway, at least at that set piece scenario. And taking a look through the team, again, there are still so many great young, high-rated players in almost every single position, still growing. It's just we're set everywhere. As the team gets better, so do our chances of actually winning like a Champions League or getting to the final of another cup competition. But anyway, once again, like I'm doing at the start of every single season, we're sending away scouts. We always send one away to England. Asker this time, I'm just going to literally just randomly pick one. Okay, so they're going to be from here, and I don't know. France? Yeah, sure, fine. We've already got a French scout. Fuck it, why not? Let's send him to Belgium instead. This one for 9 months, and we'll send the French scout again away to France once more. So we're going in England, Belgium, and France. Because I'm that confident, it really does not matter where you send them. You have no increased opportunity anywhere else compared to, like, anywhere. It's just luck of the draw. Now taking a look at the shortlist as well, there's only 2 positions I'm looking to sign players for. Some of these guys are in the last year of their contract. Some I might get on pre-contracts. But yeah, there are a few players there that I might want to get in, like John Brooks, maybe beef up the defense a little bit too. We've also got Mario Lamina, Lamina, I think that's how you say it. Joshua Kimmich as well. Players that we could get on pre-contract. I'm thinking about the 2 of them, getting them on pre-contracts, and maybe scouting Alessio Romagnoli and this bloke as well, and seeing who's the higher rated there, and I might just straight up buy a new centre-back. But here we go, guys. We're going to get it underway. We're starting off, of course, like we always do with the preseason tournament, and hopefully we can do well in there, get off to a good start. But really, we're trying to get cup wins this time. We're trying to go 3 times Premier League champions in a row as well. If we can do the 3-peat, that'd be fantastic. But I'd love to go and win a cup competition, especially if it was the Champions League. We want to hopefully sim all the way through to a final and then play the final. Oh, I tell you what, as a matter of fact, I've taken a look at a few other names that are in the last year of their contract. And look, Eric Bailly has 86 rated, and he's in the last year of his contract. Eric Bailly has been a player I've wanted to get for I'm not going to say for like 4 or 5 years. Oh yeah, I've been scouting him forever. But he definitely piqued my interest, and I really wanted to get him. Then he ended up going to Manchester United, and I thought, shit, well now I can't fucking get him now because he's a big, high, young talent just going to United. It's not that super realistic. But a few years have passed. He's obviously developed into a superstar. But you know what? We're at the point now where West Ham have probably overlapped Manchester United in terms of recent success with how well we've been doing. So I'm going to try to fucking go for it. And look at how cheap we could get him for. Like, literally, forget everybody else that I had in my shortlist for centre-backs. I want fucking Eric Bailly bad. I'm going to start with 30 million. I doubt we'll get him for that. But if we can get some sort of counter-offer from Manchester United for Bailly, then I will take it. We have a transfer offer for Mikel Antonio. Again, he's really fallen down the order. He hasn't actually dropped off, but we just had a whole bunch of younger players that are at right mid or at right wing that have gotten so much better and overtaken him. So really, he's not getting games. We may as well sell him on. And again, we're getting mad offers for Lafont, our backup goalkeeper to Leno, but we're rejecting that too. And bloody hell, we've heard back from fucking Manchester United, and they've counter-offered us like more than double what we originally offered. 66 million for Bailly. Holy hell, that's a fair bit, even for a player in their last year. So, what is that? 36 and they want 60. You know what? I might bump this up to 4. I think, is that going to be enough? I think 50, hopefully. It's a little over his value, but even if we did pay 50 million for a player that's only worth like 46.5, that's still decent value. We're paying a little over his value, but I would take 50 million. I don't think I'd spend much more than this though. So if they accept 50 million, I will take it. Come on. We also made it, by the way, to the final of the American Challenge Cup, the preseason tournament we're in. We have to play against Barcelona, and look at their team. Lloris, Howard, Alderweireld, whatever, however you bloody pronounce it, I still don't know. We scored with Lacazette, and again, a couple of other new names too. Schneiderlin went there for crying out loud. But a 2-1 victory. Suarez scored, although I'm assuming that's Denis Suarez, not actual Suarez. But anyway, whatever. Actual Suarez, that's a bit mean. But yes, we do win 2-1. Sweet, we beat Barca. Even Aaron Ramsey made an appearance off the bench for Barcelona. I never thought I'd say those words together. But anyway, Manchester United's accepted 50 million. I'm going to go in for Eric Bailly. I'm going to just fucking do it. Let's go. A little bit of a pay increase. Nothing too crazy though. And you know what? Bang, there we go, son. 5 years, hopefully you won't need a squad role. Hopefully, that's our transfer done. I'm going to keep on advancing until it gets done. And when it does get done, I'm pretty much just going to end it. They've rejected for John Brooks anyway. As soon as Manchester United or Eric Bailly accepts his contract, I'm signing him up, and he's taking our time right now. Any second we're going to hear back. There we go. Connor, he's accepted the contract. 50 million. We're paying a bit for him, even if he is in the last year of his contract. But look at how much cash we have left. We are rolling in it. We've been killing it in these last few seasons, West Ham. We should have the money, and we bring in Eric Bailly. So he actually becomes the first defender that we've ever had that's above, or at least in high 80s. That's above like 85 or more. So he's at 86, Semedo at 83, and Oxford, unfortunately, goes back now down to the bench. But I'm sure he'll grow to maybe pass Semedo at some point, and he'll become a starting centre-back again. And I'm going to go for these two, Mario Lemina, Lemina, whatever it is, and Joshua Kimmich. I'm going to go for both of them in January to try to get them on pre-contracts. Maybe I might even only just get the one, or maybe I might go for both. Who knows? But still, we're done for transfers, really. Just buying players. I just wanted to get a nice, good centre-back, and we ended up getting one in Eric Bailly, a very good centre-back. So now I'm pretty much just going to see off this transfer window. I might just go ahead and go all the way to the deadline day. I might miss a few offers for some players that I've got transfer listed or loan listed. But to be fair, I don't really have that many. I'm very happy with the team right now. We don't have too many older players that I kind of want to see out the door. There are a few, like Mark Noble, that's just, I'm assuming, playing no games, but we're not selling Mark Noble out of respect. And some of the younger players that we have will grow regardless anyway. So yeah, it's all going great. We're also getting our monthly scouting updates back as well. So I won't even mention these. I won't even mention these again unless we actually get someone I'm going to sign. So someone that has to be a really high overall, max overall, and has decent potential. For example, nobody in here. Like, I'm talking at least really high 60s or even 70s with their overall. Like maybe, for example, this guy. Here we go. First bloody time out. Owen Collins. We've got an English, pretty decently rated player there with a max overall of 72. And whether we'd like to sign him yet, there we go. I think we'll just pick that man up, and that's it to start off anyway. But we made it to deadline day. We'll take a look at a few results. We just simmed the Stoke game as well, and we did get a win in that one. We also beat Spurs 2-0, and we also beat Manchester United 2-1. Sweet. And then, of course, we got a 1-0 victory there, which is great. But what about in the Community Shield? We lost, unfortunately, to Chelsea. All right. That's unfortunate, but at least we've had a perfect start in the Premier League, 100% after the first 3 games. There we go. We just had a huge deal go through right there. Antoine Griezmann going to bloody Bayern. I'm impressed that after 4 seasons, he actually wasn't bought by anyone else. 4 seasons in though, Griezmann goes to Bayern. They also got bloody Dele Alli as well. Eriksen going from Bayern to Chelsea too. Kingsley Coman is going to Real Madrid from bloody Juventus, and that is probably going to do it. So you're telling me that Kingsley Coman went PSG, Juventus, Bayern, back to Juventus, and now Real Madrid. That dude's for fucking journeyman amongst the top clubs. Anyway, now taking a look at the results in September, we'll look at Premier League first. Arsenal, 4 wins out of 4. Oh, we draw against Swansea City. Okay, so we can't go 5 in a row, 5 wins. That's fine. But we have won 5 of our first 6 games in the Premier League. Surely we're top. And looking at the Champions League, we win 4-1 there. Good start. And we are still in the EFL Cup beating Man City. What a first game to play in the EFL Cup as well. As you can clearly see in the Premier League, we are yet to be defeated, as are Liverpool and Manchester City, and Leicester City, and Sunderland as well. Alright, so there are a few teams that are yet to be beat, but still, we're killing it at the moment. 16 points so far from a possible, 19, that's right. So, no, 18, I was right the first time. Yeah, so we're doing pretty well so far. Anyway, now taking a look at October, we'll look at Champions League first. We actually lost to Basel, that's not good. And then Dortmund, we beat Dortmund though. Alright, so we're sitting on 6 points after 3 games. Now for the Premier League. We beat Palace, that's 6 out of 3. We beat Chelsea, that's 7 out of 8. And Liverpool, oh, we finally lose a game. And it's always Liverpool that beat us in these fucking sims, isn't it? Anyway, finally in the EFL Cup, we draw 3-3. What a game against Sunderland. Are we still going in the EFL Cup? No game has been scheduled. That may have potentially been us knocked out. Maybe we need to go further. I don't know. We'll find out though. We're still not really getting an awful lot of super incredible signings. A lot of players that are getting pretty close, but either their overall's just a bit too low or their potential's not really like at the max, at like a 94 plus. Oh, by the way, I took a look forward, and yes, we must have still been able to beat Sunderland, maybe on penalties or whatever, because we are through in the EFL Cup. We have a game against Newcastle in December. But now for the results from November. Here we go. Premier League first. A win, and a loss, unfortunately. Nearly another perfect month. But no, Manchester City losing, unfortunately, to them 1-0. Champions League, though, PSV, a draw. And Dortmund, a draw again. Interesting. I think that means we're on 8 points after about 4 or 5 games. That might not be enough. We have to check that table. At the moment, we are top of our group, but only on goal difference, tied with PSV. Dortmund might not make it through. That'd be big news. But Dortmund, if they were to win, and PSV were to win as well, and maybe we were to drop points, then it's not done yet. So we have to sim the next game and hope that maybe we can still get through in the group stage, because it's not finished yet. But we have 1 more month left to simulate. This game against Basel, it's a big one. They're also on the bottom of our group, so hopefully we should be able to get a win there. But this game against Newcastle as well. Quarterfinals of the EFL Cup. That's where we got knocked out last season. We need to go one better, get to the semis, win that one, and then I'll play the final, hopefully. And have a look at this player that we've just found as well. Finally, someone with that really high overall, max overall that we're talking about. The potential looking great too as well. And what is it? He's about 700 grand at the start. Only 15 years of age. They're the players that we're waiting for. You don't get them very often, but there we go. We also have another one here. Sean Martin, a goalkeeper. He's only 6'1", so not a very tall goalkeeper, but his overall, max overall is in the 70s. Potential could be a bit better, and his value is only 450. I might have to hang on. I can't believe it. Like, this is how good you have to be in order to get signed at this point into my youth academy. You can have an overall of 70 or plus 70 max potential or max overall, and your value nearly $500,000, but I'm still saying no. Anyway, though, we have made it to the January transfer window now, January 2020. And as you can clearly see here, we have made it to the EFL Cup semi-finals. 2 legs, of course. I forgot about that as well. But we are playing Birmingham, so we have to get that job done over the next 2 legs. And if we can do that, we're playing a cup final in this episode. That clearly meant we beat Newcastle 1-0. There you go. And look, Middlesbrough, we beat them. We beat Sunderland as well, drew 0-0 against Bournemouth, a win against Norwich, and a draw against Leicester. So far, we've only lost 1 game, and that's, of course, against Liverpool. But this next game, too, against Basel, I haven't taken a look yet, but we needed to win that game to absolutely make sure that we were going through, and we beat them comfortably 4-1. So we're still in the Champions League, still in the EFL Cup, still going pretty strong in the Premier League. We're definitely top at the moment. We're just firing on all cylinders. And now that we're in January, I'm just going to take it like a week at a time, if you know what I mean. We're going to deal with transfers and also go through the games bit by bit. I'm also going to send these 2 blokes their pre-contract offers. Hopefully they'll both accept, because I really do both like the look of both of them. Have an offer from Middlesbrough for Czech Kuyate, 80 rated, 30 years of age. We're getting new centimetres and CDMs and stuff like that through the door. He's probably about to go, so I might actually counter for what he's worth and probably sell him on to Middlesbrough. And it looks like they've accepted as well, so he's another player sold, more space for youth academy players to come up through as well. And yeah, he was a loyal servant. He had a hot start to the start of this career mode. He then died off and faded into the background a bit more, but yes. Rest in peace, Kuyate. You're off to Middlesbrough. Taking a look at a couple of the results as well. Why the hell not? We've actually lost for the 2nd time to Stoke City, or at least the 2nd time in the Premier League. Or maybe make that the 3rd time. Not a very good January. Not a good January at all. We've only taken 1 point from a possible 9 in the Premier League. We've been knocked out of the FA Cup again in the very first game that we played in it, this time by Middlesbrough. Unbelievable stuff right there. We got knocked out by Blackpool last time. That's pretty fucking bad. Middlesbrough's a bit better, but still a loss. Knocked out in the FA Cup again. This January has been abysmal. Thankfully, we actually beat Birmingham 2-0 in the first leg of the semi, so we might still be going to an EFL Cup final. We just have to make sure that we see it out in the second leg, but oh, what an awful start in January. But anyway, Joshua and Mario have both accepted. Yes, I just called them by their first names. Come on, they are human. Anyway, we're accepting that one, and we're also going to accept Joshua Kimmich as well, who I'm very excited to get into the team. And we've made it to deadline day 2 as well. We'll take a look at these last 2 games. Another draw. Our Premier League results have been woeful. 2 out of 12 points taken in the bloody January Premier League games, and we absolutely smashed Birmingham to go through to the EFL Cup final, 5-1, 7-1 on aggregate. Taking a look forward as well in February, we see that we are playing Inter in the round of 16. Hopefully we're going to go through into that competition as well in the Champions League. Love to make a final this time. And the EFL Cup final, it's going to be against Watford at Wembley Stadium. So this could be a real chance to potentially take some silverware. We've unfortunately really messed up in January when it comes to the table. We could have been so many points away at this point, but right now we're only 2 above Liverpool. Leicester are we're 4 above Leicester as well. Manchester City, Arsenal, United, they're all still hanging around as well. And now there's just 2 hours left to go. A little bit more spent, but not an awful lot to be fair. Matt Ryan going to Manchester United. That's an Aussie goalkeeper right there. That's pretty decent. I'll take that. I didn't even know he was at Middlesbrough, but there we go. A very dull, very dull deadline day, and especially just the whole January transfer window itself. Only a $34 million deal, the biggest of that bloody window. But now then, it's time to look at the results in February here. Big Premier League matches. We've got a game against Swansea, a 3-1 win. We've lost to Chelsea, that's not good. We've lost to Palace, and we've beaten Southampton. All right, a little bit back on track there. 6 points taken of a possible 12. Liverpool might have been able to get a few more, maybe Man City too. There's a chance we may have potentially been overtaken, a chance. We also beat Inter in our first leg too, and the second leg's going to be coming up, but we are going to play this match first. The EFL Cup final, so we are going to be playing a cup final. Hopefully we can play another one in the Champions League too. But here we go then, a cup final in one of these episodes finally. In the EFL Cup though, we will take it. It is my best team out there. Depay's going to start. Kazilio we're going to get to take a look at too as well. And of course, Bailly in the team. Amavi actually overtook, who was it, MasterBucks at left back in terms of overall too, so he's going to start. That's my best West Ham team right there, and an extremely strong bench, and an extremely strong reserves. The team's just mad. We have got to go out there and get the win against Watford. Come on, West Ham, let's get it. So here we go then, we've made it. We've made it all the way to Wembley. 7-1 was the result in the semi-finals. Murdered bloody Birmingham, hoping to do the same to Watford. Although I've got to be aware, the last time I played a game, I actually was playing Swansea, underestimated them, and guess what happened? We bloody drew. I can't have that, we need the win today. Come on, it's right there. I can reach it. My bloody, the opposing manager gets in the fucking way, that prick. Anyway, this is the Watford team. I remember they play a 5 at the back formation. Are they going to rock it this time out? We're not going to see apparently. I swear I didn't hit anything, but I think they're playing a 5 at the back formation. Either way though, it's the EFL Cup final. Let's go. Oh no, we're just not getting to the ball right now. What a bloody, oh my God, we're just never getting to that ball. Space, Promes. Come on, a 1-2 play. I'm looking here, Lacazette, or maybe even up the middle now. Kazilio, can he strike this? Tight angle. He did not really get the best of it there. He ended up getting it straight to bloody Muslera, and the fake shot does not get past the defender. Good tackle, though. And maybe we could be away again. Kazilio, bang. Strike. Why not? Oh, that was close. Bailly. Good pass that. Oh, I see Lacazette. What a ball that is. It just doesn't get there. The keeper comes out first. There's a bit of a gap. Can we squeeze it to him? That's not bad. Can Lacazette get there first? He can't. How are these defenders just stopping everything? Gap up the middle again, please. This is the moment. Finally, Lacazette. Oh, blew it. He fucking blew it. Finally. It opened up finally. Right up the middle. Gave it to Lacazette. He's put it wide. Oh, we don't even get another chance. We go too far back. Stoppage time goes that quickly. Watford, get in the fucking game. This is a joke. The defense is impeccable, yeah, but I'm the only one attacking. I'm the only one trying to do anything. It's literally just killing the game. Fucking Watford, get forward, do something. Amavi gets past one. Up the middle again. I see the gap, you gotta run hard. Why'd you stop running, man? Lacazette, and now, fuck's sake, come on. I still think there's something on, no. I passed to the wrong player. Fuck this whole game. Fuck this whole game. Oh, that's good play. Nice strike. Save, please. Thank you, Leno. You've had nothing to do today, Leno. You must be fucking dead. You must be dead of boredom. Oh my God, what a fucking hit. And Leno makes another save. And you know what? They're really starting to go for it now, aren't they? They actually have almost everybody up. They're really thinking they can get this, can't they? Header away. It's not strong enough by Amavi. Blocked by Amavi. Big moment this in the game. They have no one back. Are you kidding me? Lacazette. We're going to sweat this. I'm going to disrespect the fuck out of them. I am going to do it. Fuck you, Watford. Fuck you, Watford. Fuck you, Watford. There we go. It's 1-0. And you know what? I actually risked the sure thing to sweat that. Sweating was not the right option, but I was that fucking pissed off at Watford. Why have they thrown everyone up now? It makes no sense. This team is a fuckery, but we are 1-0 up in the final. And look, I could have just buried that bottom left or finessed it near post, but in the end, I nutmegged the only defender back, get it to Lanzini, and put it in the bottom corner. That is dirty. All right then, now let's go back to balance, maybe even defensive, because fuck this, seriously, fuck Watford. One of the most insanely ridiculous finals you're going to see. Come on, it's time to bury this game, Kazilio. We're not going to. It'll do though, a 1-0 win. And I've never seen a bus parked in that sort of way before by like Watford. That the bus parking. Mourinho would be fucking proud. but I am absolutely shocked that you had a corner with 5 minutes to go, threw everybody forward, nearly no one back, and then you've just let me go right through with Lacazette and sweat it across to Lanzini, who is the hero. We couldn't score a goal. We couldn't break him fucking down. Couldn't get him on the counter. They always had so many numbers back, but we'll take a win like this. Oh, you know, I've got nothing against Watford in real life, okay? They're a fine club. I got no problems with it, but if they play like they're represented in FIFA, then I fucking despise them as a club and everything about them. But I'm sure that they don't play that way, because my God, that was so infuriating. Seriously, if I was a Watford fan, I'd be pissed off at EA for having my team play like that. But we'll lift the trophy. There we go. EFL Cup victors once more. So a 1-0 win in the EFL Cup. We have got our first trophy or our first piece of silverware this season. That's fantastic. Not counting the preseason tournament, you know, that was the international friendlies. But still, that is it. And we get a mammoth $250,000 for winning the competition as well. You get paid this is the worst trophy to win, I swear. This is nearly as bad as the J-Paint, or the Johnson's Paint, or whatever the hell it's called. But yeah, you get no money for winning the EFL Cup, but it's fine. It's trophy. It's a trophy. Anyway, though, that 1-0 win was great. We just simmed through the rest of the games in March, and we'll take a look. We beat Liverpool fucking finally in a sim game this time out. And what about in the second leg? We lost 2-1 to Inter, but I still think that we're okay, because take a look at the last leg. Of course, even though we lost, we won 3-1, so we're fine. We're still going through despite losing the game, which is good. I had a weird positive vibe about that. Anyway, the next game of the Premier League, a loss against Everton, no good, and Bournemouth, a win against them, nice. All right, the top of the table should be pretty interesting. Our Champions League quarter-final leg, by the way, is going to be against Chelsea too. I feel for some weird reason optimistic, but I kind of felt optimistic about Juve last season too. So who knows, man. But we'll advance that too. We'll skip through that and we'll see if we can make it to the final of the Champions League. If you look at the table too, by the way, we are on top at the moment, still by 3 points. Arsenal with a game left to play. Same with Manchester United too. Liverpool are in second, only 3 points behind us still. It's another pretty tight finish. This is kind of around about where we were at this point last season too. But it's time to skip ahead once more, hopefully have a good showing in the Premier League and get it done in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Okay then, April is finished. Let's see the results. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at Champions League first. Why not? I'm excited. Oh, that's not good. Out in the quarterfinals fucking again. Champions League for West Ham, it's just never going to happen, ever. But anyway, the three-peat in the Premier League is still on. Sunderland, we got the win against them. We've had a few pretty good games against them so far. We beat United, we beat Spurs, we beat Watford, Watford. We just beat Watford. We beat Leicester, and we drew to Norwich. Near 100% win ratio in April, not that time, but with those sort of results, there's no way that we're not top of the Premier League still, and maybe by a fair bit as well. We have 4 games left to go. Middlesbrough, Manchester City, Watford again, fuck's sake, I won't play that, and Newcastle away. Let's take a look at the table to see where we are now that the Premier League is the only thing that we have to worry about. We are 5 points clear. Arsenal are second at the moment, Manchester City are third at the moment, and they're only like a point below Arsenal too. And really, I think it's between us 3. Manchester United maybe an outside shot as well. But I mean, and Liverpool too. But yeah, I just don't think that it's really going to happen for Liverpool or Manchester United. It's probably between us and Arsenal, since especially Arsenal have a game left to play. But here's what's going to happen. Since there's only 1 more game left for me to play, and I want it to be us lifting the Premier League trophy, I'm going to sim to the last game of the Premier League, and we'll probably play it one last time against Newcastle away. Hopefully it will be to lift the Premier League trophy. If not, it might be to decide if we actually do. I mean, who knows? It might be settled by the time this game is done, but maybe there's a chance it's going to the final day. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, switch. West Ham are on top by 5 points again. That means it's finished. It won't go to the final day. It's wrapped up once more. Arsenal and United are going to battle it out for second place. Liverpool probably look to have not necessarily got 4th place on lock. Manchester City might also be there, but the top 5 are secure, and we've won another Premier League trophy, 3 in a freaking row. Southampton look to have been relegated. That's crazy as well. West Brom probably going to go down too. Stoke City in the relegation spot as well, although there's a chance that maybe Bournemouth could go down. A very, very outside chance Sunderland could go down too, but it's also possible. It's between those bottom 5 teams. I mean, Southampton are out of it. They're gone, but there's still between 16th and 19th, a potential relegation battle going on right there. But finally, guys, we have one more game left to play. We're just going to get it out of the way, and we are going to lift the Premier League trophy for the 3rd time in a row. I've been able to do what no other manager has been able to do, and that's bring the Premier League trophy to Newcastle. There have been some people that have gotten pretty close, but unfortunately, not just there yet, but hopefully one day. Anyway, we're going to lift it. Hopefully we can see it with a win as well. This is only the 2nd time I think I've ever played Newcastle in career mode too. I have not been able to play them too much for the fact that they're in the Championship. So, here we go then. As you can clearly see too, there's no way Arsenal or Manchester United or anybody else can catch us there. There's still a battle for the top 4, and Newcastle United themselves aren't actually in the top 10, but they aren't in a relegation battle. They're going to be safe as well. So really, this game for them is also a bit of a dead rubber. But let's take a look at the team, and I'm trying to think. There's not an awful lot of changes, to be fair, to the actual Newcastle United team, apart from maybe Andy Gray starting at striker, which is interesting. Florian Thauveen's back as well, which is kind of interesting to see. And just a few other names here and there that I might have missed, but there you go. I think Newcastle are absolutely capable of fielding an even tougher and better team than what they've got out there right now. So this will be an interesting contest. Hopefully we can get the win and see out this Premier League season. Side to side at the moment. Good run here. Lacazette, can he just run by and strike? And there we go immediately! 1-0 within the first few minutes. I thought that was going wide myself, honestly. But no, it will be a goal in the first 4. Look at this, just side-to-side stuff. Lacazette just ran around the defender, cut in there, struck it before getting tackled. That is a stunning strike. Really about as perfect as you can get. Just got it off before being tackled by Grant Hanley and just gets past Matt Sells. Good little side-to-side play right here. Lovely work here. Maybe cut it back, Lanzini. Gonna have to strike this hard first time. Cazilio, maybe I could have taken a touch, and it's straight at Sells. Just got that one in. Nice. Lacazette. I'm looking side, back, forward. I don't have an awful lot of options right now. Plus, sometimes I'm actually getting the shirts mixed up a little bit, which isn't a good sign. But Lanzini maybe back for promise. Beautiful play right here. Lanzini still shoots and still gets a shot off and still scores. It sort of fell apart right toward the end there, didn't it? But Lanzini still finds a way to get a shot off, and it's 2. Look at this, like 1-2, the back heel, or not even by promise. He didn't get tackled. I think he evaded that tackle and got a shot off. That is a brilliant move by Lanzini. Lovely play this, get it to him, no! Amavi, it took too fucking long, and even the pass didn't get to Depay. Oh, that could have been a sensational move. Can we run down this side? There's no real options, unfortunately. Amavi's going to cut in. I've got to go faster than this, otherwise we're going to run out of time. There we go, so that's that. Alright, 2-0 so far at halftime. It's a great showing. Newcastle have barely threatened to score at all this game, apart from that one free kick right at the dead. Nice play this, I don't mind it at all. Lacazette turns one way. Turns the defender the other way. Lovely play at the moment still, Lacazette. They've played so well, those two. But in the end, the shots, every shot that Sells has saved has been right at him. We're making it as easy as we can for him. Literally, all we've got to do is put it either side of him and we will score. This is Matt Sells that we're talking about. Oh my God, no. Oh my God, they've hit both. It was an awful turnover by me. I tried to pass it out and I gave it right to Jose Perez. But in the end, he's hit both posts and it's still 2-0. Incredible scene. Now Promes needs some players to pass to. Over the top, please. Get it to him. Nice. And flick it on. Memphis. Bang. Strike. No. Can't get it. Sells again. Blocked. Striked again. It's in. Surely. There we go. How did we score that? No idea. But it's 3 goals now. Promise with a goal. This was insane. Tried to beat him at a tight angle and then an even tighter angle. Then crossed it over to Promise, who tapped it home into an empty net. I was worried he was going to be offside, but they gave it. Oh my God, they've even put Riviera on. How desperate must Newcastle be? How can he still possibly be at Newcastle at this point as well? Jackson now running away. Come on. We need to get one of them a goal. I'm going to try to cut in there. That's a decent move. Back post. That was not the right move though. Ah, Elliot Jackson is not a fucking playmaker right now. I can't do anything with him. Still a chance here. You know what, Lanzini? Bang for distance. Why not hit the top of the net? If it just got a bit more dip, it could have been an amazing goal. And that will do it then. I was really hoping to get number 4, but that's fine. We'll take a 3-0 victory over Newcastle. We really just absolutely flogged them, to be totally honest. I mean, it was domination. Even, I think the scoreline probably didn't reflect how good it was. But there we go. And for the 3rd time in a row as well, West Ham are actually going to win the Premier League. 3 times in a row. Has that ever happened before? Have Manchester United or Chelsea or has anyone won it 3 times in a row? I'm sure they have. I'll have to do the research, but if it hasn't, then this might be some history right here. It's history regardless. And this time it's going to be lifted up at St. James Park. One day it'll be Newcastle, but this time it's West Ham. Here we go, number 3. The 3-peat is complete, and now we have to try to go for the 4-peat. And so ends another Premier League season and another Premier League victory. This time we finished with 81 points. It's not the absolute sheer domination that we had in the first season, and a little bit better, I think, maybe compared to the second. No, I think the second season was a bit better too. They're slowly catching up to us, but not just yet. But checking out the top 4 now, of course, we've finished top. Arsenal second, and both Manchester clubs finishing 3rd and 4th. United 3rd, City 4th, and Liverpool just miss out on the top 4 spot. They go 5th, Chelsea in 6th. Looking at relegation battle as well, Bournemouth went down in the end. Sunderland and Stoke City were very close but just survived. West Brom go down and Southampton go down. Looking at the FA Cup, it ended up being between Manchester United and Arsenal. That's a decent FA Cup. And Arsenal won again the FA Cup on penalties this time. And yeah, so a pretty good result for them. West Ham obviously won the EFL Cup in one of the worst yet most insane finals ever. The fact that Watford just parked the bus like fucking all game, and it was so shit and so awful to play against, and then in the last few minutes they throw everyone forward in search of a winner, and then we just go right up the other end and sweat it across, nutmeg the only defender there, and bloody score. Just do the fucking dirt, just disrespect the shit out of them, because it's what they fucking deserve. But we did get the 1-0 win in the EFL Cup. The Champions League is still yet to be played, but it's going to be between Chelsea and Bayern. The last time they played, we all know what happened, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But it's now time for another squad report and another list of just insane players. They just keep getting better and better. Obviously, you'd hope they would, but like every single player in this team now is approaching 80. And even the guys that are in the 70s, like the youth players, they're so close. It's just an unbelievably stacked lineup. And most of these players too are coming from the youth academy too. Some of these as well are loaned in players that we just bought on future fees later. There are just so many incredible ways to just completely stack your team. And again, you just take a look at that. There's like barely any players there below 70. Quincy Promes again is like surprising the hell out of me with how many goals and assists he does get. He's literally once more the Golden Boot winner. He got 16 goals in the Premier League. Like that's more than Lacazette or any of our attackers like strikers, centre attacking midfielders. Crazy. He's got 24 goals on the season, our Golden Boot winner, 10 assists to go with it as well. You got Memphis Depay doing pretty well too, 18 goals, 3 assists. We've got Lanzini, 19 goals and assists combined right there. And then of course Lacazette, a slight improvement on his underwhelming goal tally last time out, but this time he finishes with 14 on the season. Maybe you'd expect a bit better from a striker of his rating, but it's still okay. It's nothing compared to the 42 goals he got in our first season. But that is another season done with West Ham, the 3rd Premier League victory in a row. And I tell you what, the fact that we've won that so many times, we've done the EFL Cup twice now, we've done the FA Cup. I think now we're going to have a real focus on Champions League only. I want to really make sure I'm going to do one more season. One more with West Ham, and then we're going to say goodbye to it, and we're going to move on and start the Chelsea career mode. Next season, I'm only focusing on Champions League. The fact that we've won the Premier League so many times, and that we've won the EFL Cup twice, FA Cup as well. Every other competition really that we could compete in, we have won, apart from Champions League. So, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to sim all the season as per usual, including Champions League games, but if it looks like maybe in the group stage we get into some trouble, I'll have to play a game to make sure that we go through. Maybe when we get out of the group stage, hopefully we get to the quarterfinals, round of 16, whatever. We sim the first leg. If it looks like we haven't done enough to absolutely go through to the next round, then maybe I'll have to play that game. Basically, I'm just going to make sure we go as far in that competition as possible. And if we lose or if we get knocked out early, then it's because I couldn't get the win in a game that I played myself. So, yeah, the focus is Champions League next year. But until that final season, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, it is now time for the Guess the Player segment of this episode. And here is that player. Here's his career timeline. If you know who he is, leave him in the comment section down below. And best of luck, you might get featured in the next episode. So until that next episode, my name's the MasterBucks. Have a good one. Catch you later. Bye-bye.